Yes, an awakening has happened indeed. Holy shit. Alright, you know me, big Star Wars fan. So when a new trailer for the new J.J. Abrams directed Star Wars movie comes out, you are getting a video on that. This trailer is actually a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like a landscape of Tatooine. You see the two suns and then someone walks out and then whips out a lightsaber and that'd be it. This show's actually a bit more than that. First, it starts out, well, you do see Tatooine. It's like everyone unanimously knows that the first shot of this trailer was going to be Tatooine. We just all knew that. And you hear this voice go, "There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?" A voice that sounds an awful lot like the Batch of Cumber. I'm not saying it is Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm just saying if I had a gun to my head and someone was like, who does that sound like? I'd be like, Benedict Cumberbatch. Although it sounds like him at first, and then when he says the dark side and the light later on, it doesn't sound like him anymore. Which makes me feel like it's someone doing a voice that just sounds a lot like Benedict Cumberbatch's voice. Also, and this is just me analyzing the shit out of it, if you listen to how it sounds like he's talking with his teeth together like this. Cumberbatch, when he talks and does his Cumberish voice, he doesn't sound like that. His mouth is open like, oh, of course. I don't know that it might be Andy Serkis. All I'm saying, it's a cool voice though. But the first person you see pop into the frame on that shot of Tatooine is John Boyega, and he looks around and he's walking, and you're like, oh, he's in a stormtrooper's outfit, so you're like, oh, you're a stormtrooper. Although, let's just live in an alternate dimension where Star Wars is coming out for the first time, the 1977 Star Wars movie, but we also have the internet and I do videos and really stretch your mind on this shit. Anyhow, imagine this is a shot in the trailer. I would be talking to you right now. I'd be like, that guy's a stormtrooper. But he wasn't a stormtrooper. He's just wearing the uniform once. So John Boyega might not be a stormtrooper. He might just be wearing a stormtrooper's uniform. But what if he is a stormtrooper, but he's force sensitive? And so Luke's like, hey, I'll teach you. We've never seen that before. We haven't seen the, oh, you work for the Empire, but you're force sensitive and you're not evil. So I will teach you the ways of the force. Not in a movie anyway. If he's not force sensitive, if he is just a stormtrooper, John Boyega, there's no shame in that. Some of my favorite characters from Star Wars do not have the Force. Boba Fett, Han Solo, Lando. I gravitate towards the pirates. And you see the stormtroopers and their helmets look a little different, but ultimately stormtrooper masks. Same with the X-Wing pilot uniforms. Their helmets are a little different, but ultimately you look at it and you're like, that's an X-Wing pilot. The thing I loved about this trailer is with every shot, there was a Star Wars sound effect. Whether it be that speeder that chick gets on, it's all the droids are, but the sound effects brought back my nostalgia, same with the concept that it is Star Wars, but you can tell the camera work and the camera shots in this trailer, you're like, this is not directed by George Lucas. It's a completely different vibe. It has grit. That scene where John Boyega pops into frame and then he looks over and starts walking and the camera follows him over. It's a shot that I'm like, I don't think George Lucas would have shot it that way. If you like the prequels, that's fine. I am just illustrating. I'm addressing to you. It does feel different, at least from what we saw in the minute-and-a-half trailer. But then you hear that same voice, which again, now it doesn't sound like Cumberbatch as much. It shows this hooded figure in a black robe and he pops out his lightsaber. It's all but what I love about this shit is when that lightsaber popped out, it's like you just feel it like, oh man, that thing means business. It felt like when the Enterprise and the ships went into warp in the Abrams Star Trek movie, how we were used to it going, and this one's all, and they're just gone. That's the kind of force this lightsaber gave out when it just BAM popped out. For some odd reason, Abrams loves that. He's like, I like people feeling the effect of something going from A to B. Now, I've seen some hate comments on the fact that this lightsaber has a lightsaber hilt. It looks like Excalibur. It's like, oh yeah, Anduril, bam, eat your heart out, Aragorn. The Sith have the same shit now, but it's a lightsaber. It's the lightsaber, and then you see the two lightsaber hilts coming off the side, which I think that's a fine design. I've always thought that when you're lightsaber fighting, someone's like, oh, you know what would suck? No hilt. This one's like, so you know what sucks? What? What sucks? That's right, that's my hilt. And my sword is effing enormous, so watch this. What, you're 7 feet away? Chopped you in half anyway. Like, guess what? It doesn't matter. Because I'm a Sith with a new sword. I'm always down with new lightsaber designs. I mean, when Darth Maul had the double-sided lightsaber, I was like, that thing's gonna be business. And it was business in The Phantom Menace. It made for a pretty sweet fight. I would just think that in an order comprised of many different cultures and many different alien races, a lot of them have it in their bones and genetics to fight a certain way. There would be different lightsaber styles out there. And then it happens. It shows the Millennium Falcon. It's all flying and the camera's falling around. It's all Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. It's flying. See these two TIE fighters all fly right by it. Then the title comes on, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And then I was like, all right, let's play that again. And then I did that 78 more times and now I'm making a video about it. I'm really pumped for this movie. This is a teaser trailer. Like I've always said, a teaser trailer is a chance for the director kind of to show us all where the vibe of the movie's going. This is a trailer for a movie that comes out a year from now. So all we needed to know was the vibe. We got a little more than I wanted, so that's always a nice bonus, and I feel the vibe of the movie. If the point of a trailer is to get people excited, yes, I'm absolutely excited for this movie. I probably could have told you day before yesterday that yes, this trailer is probably going to end with us seeing the Millennium Falcon and the Star Wars theme playing. In that, I feel like it's like, is that a cheap shot? but it's the coolest cheap shot ever. Because that's what I wanted to see. And the voiceover in this movie makes me think of like when he's like, oh, there's been an awakening, the dark side of the Force and the light. Again, I'm like, why the Force Awakens? Is the Force asleep? Did it all just go away? Is it coming back? Why is it awakening? What's happening? So Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.